I think that's very interesting that Mitch Whitaker, our representative, who's an attorney who I just saw in court the other day, he's a big lawyer. He could absolutely change that. Well, I mean, he could fight to change that. I mean, he could at least start the conversation about changing and trying to add house arrest and rehab to the PREA laws. I heard that the DOJ denied it. It was supposedly, somebody told me it was presented to the DOJ to add those things, and they denied it. Why would they deny that? What is your reasoning for not wanting to add that to the PREA laws? What benefit does it give to anybody but the guards? That only protects them, because it sure as hell doesn't protect the inmate. That's what I'm telling you. They're going to keep screwing around until we have another civil war in this country. People are going to get so tired of being kidnapped from their homes and off the streets to go sit and fill a space in a jail cell that they sure as hell wouldn't put their own kid in. You'll never see Matt Butler's kids in jail in Letcher County. You'll never see any of the rest of them's kids in jail in Letcher County. You'll not see their spouses. You'll not see their mommies or daddies. They'll make sure they don't, even if they had to pay $100,000 bond, honey. They would make sure that the lawyer turns them in, pays their bond, and they're released immediately. But the rest of these people out here, me, you, your kids, your parents, brothers, sisters, family members. Now, we can go sit in that jail until we rot, and they'll never think twice about it.
You got to own it. And I have, and it's worked out. But you can't.
Yes.
You can't just not tell the truth. It won't work when there's two sides to a story. Like I said, dude, you've got a sexual assault side. Did some girl get raped? Did some girl get thrown around? Or was this consensual sex? Which one is it? It's not a question of whether you did or you didn't. I know what happened. Wouldn't be here if it didn't. The question is, was it a sexual assault that I can't understand? Or
he says, I know what happened. I know what happened. And I'm trying to tell you what to say. Do you see how long? Look, we're just over halfway. Ben didn't pick up on it real quick. You see how quick-witted he is. I picked up what Easter was laying down as soon as he laid it. It takes Ben about, an hour to pick up on it? And Easter, instead of Easter giving up, though, he just keeps on and on and on until he finally, he has to spell it out for him. How does this even pass? How does this interview even pass any kind of ethical standards?
was it consensual sex? Dude, you wouldn't be here if I didn't think it was one. But I can't tell you to tell the truth without you doing it.
I can't tell you to say.
You can't. But I may not have the answer.
when the evidence is presented, will all of it be presented?
I really don't understand what that means.
All the messages and everything? Because I'd like them all to be.
Everything that I have will be given. Yeah, your side of the story is going to come out. That's why we're here.
And then here's the thing, man.
That's why they're there.
I know what you're getting at because we've seen some of this stuff. Okay, we know what comments came your way. All right,
that's why,
what Matt's trying to tell you. We're not trying to.
That's what I'm saying.
Every piece of evidence we got, because that's
now they're going to blame all these women. Now he proposed it to them. I see the comments. People are like, "Oh, well, it's hard to overcome the messages that like Sabrina." What choice did they have? What choice did she have? She had to play the game that Ben brought to her. Ben brought this game to all of them. He proposed to them, and then if they said no, he took them back to jail. So they played the game that they had to play to stay out of jail. I mean, yeah, they could have said no and went back to jail. Well, Jennifer Hill did that. She did that. How many times do you want her to do that? And would that make you feel better? Because that she goes down there and lays in that concrete jungle for months? You try to go down there and lay on that concrete all day long and not being able to go nowhere. You sit in the same place, surrounded by women that just won't shut up. And you got a bunch of dumbass women that are in there that won't shut up. That's why there's so many fights in there. And people will try you. It's not a fun place to be. So they did what they had to do to stay out of jail. I would have done it too. I don't blame them. And I guarantee you'd do it too. All you out there that say, not me, not me, I wouldn't do it. There's a few of you out there that might actually be able to get through that. But you try staying 6 months down there in that jail when all you'd have to do is just break over and give him 5 minutes. I've been there. Not in that exact scenario, but I've been there. I gave up the 5 minutes because I was desperate. I ain't no better than nobody else. I was put in between a rock and a hard place, and I did what I thought I had to do at the time. And then you try living with yourself after you've had to make that decision. It's not a very easy thing to do. The guilt and the shame it did me, it ate me alive. And it only makes your substance abuse then worse, because then you have to keep numbing yourself to not be able to feel that shame and that guilt, that you weren't strong enough to withstand and resist somebody like that. They ain't proud of it. They ain't none of them women proud of it. And I guarantee you everyone felt like victims. They sure didn't feel like that was a consensual relationship. Every one of them said there was no relationship. Jennifer cried her eyes out because she almost lost her husband. She almost lost her family. She was devastated by what he made her do. Just because she was an addict don't mean she deserved it. It doesn't mean she was promiscuous. It doesn't mean she wanted him. He was just so irresistible, that stud muffin. Not everybody has the same taste, bad taste, as Angie Fields. Angie's a low-life scumbag, too.
It's not the right way to do this.
That's why I'm saying consensual, or is this something else?
You know, we've seen things. We know. We understand what you're getting at. Okay.
There's
I know
a
what's going through your mind right now.
there's a
What led
difference.
up to this? How did it get started?
There you go.
Yes.